Good morning everyone, it's Monday morning here at the Conservancy Trust, and I'm just on my feed round, feeding my section, which is the middle section. I've got quite a few birds to feed each morning, the birds that are resting or potentially breeding, and this morning I'm joined by this guy. This is Squadron Leader Pike. He's a Black Vulture, and I'm currently just getting a weight on him. So he is 4 pounds and 10 ounces, which is a very good weight for him being at a resting weight, which he is at the moment, and he's in molting, so he's pushing out old feathers, growing through new ones. But I adore the Black Vultures. They're absolutely fantastic, really loving, caring. He's making a little purring noise as well, which they do quite regularly. You can see he sits very happily on the scales there. Pike and his girlfriend Chips are actually just over 20 years old, and Chips is just over there. I'll get her in the background. There she is, chilling over there. We've also got Tebenwick. Hello, Tebenwick. He's also sitting on the scales for me now. He weighs slightly less, which is very surprising because he's technically got a larger wingspan, and in the air he'd look a lot larger. However, oh hello Chips, coming over to say hello. Whee! So he weighs 3 pounds 8 ounces, which again is a very good weight for him being at resting weight. So yeah, I get to come in with these wonderful birds each morning and give them a little weigh. Well, I only weigh them once a week actually, just to check they're at the right sort of weight still, and then feed them on the other days, which is great, isn't it? Yes. So we continue my Monday weighing morning with Bandele. Bandele is one of our African yellow-billed kites. Loves to say good morning, as you can hear. He's a very chatty fellow. If you've been to us recently, you would have seen Bandele in our Wings of Africa demonstration. He flies with 3 other African yellow-billed kites for the finale of the show. However, Bandele has just started to molt very heavily. He just decided that it was time, so he wanted a rest, and that's what we've given him. So we popped him in an aviary, and he is starting to have nice big meals. Today he's weighing in at a whopping, I don't know if you can see it there we go, 607 grams. Not very much for a kite that's not much smaller than a red kite, for example, that we see in this country. There is a size difference, but not a huge amount in it. Amazing though, isn't it? Just to see that weight, you know, 600 grams, that's nothing at all. Have something called a low wing loading, where their wings are very large, but their frame of body is very small. And I love it. Very impressive. So buoyant, so floaty. And he's a very good boy, how he just sits on the scales. And I'm going to feed him now. So yeah, breakfast time. Bandele. This is Teddy. Teddy, it'd be very nice, thank you, to look at us. Teddy is a long-eared owl. And although she is a small species of owl, she weighs in a whopping 220 grams. There's nothing really to her at all. However, she still is tiny but mighty, because look at those feet. They are massive, and you can determine the sort of size prey that a bird of prey will go after by the size of their feet. And so long-eared owls still are able to take quite large prey, considering their size and weight. However, Teddy at the moment, she's on rest. She actually did something we called an eclipse molt a few weeks back. She actually molted out all of her tail feathers at once, which was quite dramatic. So that basically meant that she couldn't fly because she had nothing to steer her, because the tail on a bird of prey is of course the rudder. So she kind of forced us into putting her into a molt, but that's fine. She's done some nice big meals now, and hence why she's so relaxed and so chilled. But for me, I think one of the prettiest owls we have. Shouldn't say that really, as I am in the garden section of the trust and kind of surrounded by owls really. But she is just absolutely stunning. Look at those eyes. It's the eyes for me that I think are just absolutely glorious. She's a stunning bird. Beautiful orange eyes. And I'm going to give her breakfast and lunch and dinner all rolled into one now, and let her get on with her day. I'll see you later, Teddy. Have a good day. I've just come into an aviary I'm very excited about this morning. Good morning. Because I have two new birds on my section here at the Hawk Conservancy. I have two Northern-bald Ibis going by the names of Rafiki and Timon. I'm very excited because they're a really cool species. I mean, straight away, obviously, the way they look is fantastic. This lovely long red bill, red beak, beautiful colorations. They're to the untrained eye, let's say, from a distance, they look like they're just all black in coloration on their feathers, but you can see the purpley blue coloration there. Look at that. Absolutely stunning birds. And they're very inquisitive, they're very curious, and they're so settled for literally just being moved into this aviary yesterday. So I'm going to get to say good morning to them every morning, which is really exciting. And they're in training, so they're being trained by Gary and Kat, and they're literally right next to the savannah. I'll just show you. There's the savannah, just out there. So perfect for training, isn't it? Yes. Perfect for training, so they can just walk out and be straight in the arena, nice and easy. Makes sense for the next stage of their training for flying. And very excited to see what these little guys can do. Here we have Mamba on the left and Ravenclaw on the right. These are two of our young African white-headed vultures. You can tell they're youngsters because they're still in their juvenile plumage. They haven't quite got their white heads yet, which they'll get when they're... Ooh, little yawn there from Mamba, first thing in the morning. Sorry if I'm boring you there. They haven't got their white heads yet, so they're not fully mature. They're very inquisitive birds, very settled. I've actually just done their water bowl, currently just filling up here. But they're very cheeky because they pull the hose pipe out of the water bowl, so I have to stay in while the water bowl fills up and keep an eye on them, especially Mamba. She tends to be the one that pulls the hose pipe out the most. But they are just awesome birds. Both in training. Ravenclaw is being trained by Ryan. It's going really nicely. And Mamba is being trained by Miriam. Also going very nicely. I just wanted to show you these two beautiful birds. Mamba and Ravenclaw. Stunning.